Hello everyone. In the previous video, we have created a model to illustrate the data we are going to repeat inside the recycler view and the view which contains the views you are going to repeat inside the recycler view. Now, how can we make connection between the model and the view using the controller? So in the previous video, we have created this class called product, which has three attributes: name, price, and photo. Also, we have created a row with image view and two text view. The first one called pro photo, pro name, and the last one called pro price. So to create the controller, this is the main important step. So let's go to the first folder inside the Java folder, right click, new, Kotlin file, and let's call this one product adapter. Product adapter. So how can we make recycler view adapter? Okay, to make this thing, okay, at first, let's suppose we are going to add class. Okay, but before adding class, this class will be called the product adapter. Before we are going to continue with this code, let's go to create an activity, right click, new, activity, empty activity, and let's suppose we are going to call this activity as product ACT, product activity. Finish. This activity will be used to show the recycler view. So at first, we're going to use this activity and draw some recycler view inside this activity. So from the design, go to the advanced tools, okay, or maybe in the design. It's not also the design, app compact. Yes, here in the app compact. Here we have a tool called recycler view. So drag and drop this tool. Okay, click OK to add the library. When you click OK, you will see here, you will add a new library specific for the recycler view. It will take some time to reloading this library inside your project and add it to the Gradle script file. Now, as you see here, it has been added. Let's give it some name, ID, for example, RV underscore pro. If we go to the Gradle script, to the build Gradle, you are going to see this file. This file has been added because you have draw recycler view inside your activity. So if you drag and drop any recycler view in your activity, by default, the Android Studio will add this library to your Gradle file. Now, let's go again to our product adapter class. To make this class, you should at first extend from something called recycler view dot adapter. Okay, and this adapter should use something called view holder. Should use something called view holder. Also, this class should has two parameters for the constructor. One called, for example, var C, for example, and it is of data type context. And the second one, for example, list of data type array list. And this array list should has a parameter of the type product, because this list will be of the data type product. Now, after this, you should add here the constructor, and here just put the pointer here, select Alt Enter with keyboard, or you can also click on this lamp icon and select implement member, and should select all these functions and click OK. So to create a recycler view adapter, at first create class. This class should extend from something called recycler view.adapter. This recycler view adapter should pass parameter of type view holder. The view holder means what are the layout you are going to repeat. In our examples is the my row. My row is the layout we are going to repeat inside our recycler view. This recycler view by default has three functions: on create view holder, on bind view holder, and get item count. Also, this list of type product which will contain the data you are going to repeat. So before we start using the product adapter, we should create class. Let's suppose it is called my product, and this class should extend from something called view holder, because the view holder is the parameter used in the recycler view adapter. Okay, this is the first thing. Another thing, you should pass a parameter for this class, something like view of data type view, and also pass this parameter for the view holder here as a view. Now, after that, you should define all the parameters you are going to repeat, or the tools you are going to repeat using the view variables. For example, var, for example, n, okay, let's say, for example, tv underscore name, okay, equal v dot view dot find view by id of data type text view, and here say something like r dot id dot product name. This means the following: the variable tv name will be used instead of the product name. The product name is the name of the first text view here, which is the name. The same thing will be used with the price. So let's copy paste this one, and instead of name you can say here price, and also here instead of name change it to price. So these variables will be the substitution for these views. Also, what about the price? Var, or sorry, voto, and let's call it iv underscore voto, for example, which equal to view dot find the view by id and the data type image view, and it is r dot id dot pro voto. Now we have created three variables here. Okay, the first variable tv name will be the substitution for the product name, the tv price substitution for product price, and the iv voto also will be the subscription for this. Now let's create a function to receive data. Okay, let's say bind this function called bind, and this function should pass three parameter. Let's say n, for example, as string, and also p for, sorry, as an integer, and also what about the voto, ph, for example, as an integer. And here we are going to say something like tv name dot text equal n. Also, what about the price? tv price equal p. I know it will be some confused for the first time, okay? Not tv price, sorry, tv price dot text equal the variable p. But because the variable p or the price is integer, you should convert it to string. What about the voto? The same thing with voto. iv voto dot set imagery source with ph. Now the function of the bind is how can we put values inside the text view for name, text view for price, and also for the image view. From where we can get these values, we are going to get all these values from the list which are of the data type array list product. Now, let's go here in this function, and we are going to remove this to-do line, and instead we are going to write something like return list, which is the array list here, dot size. I don't know why it is not defined here by default. List, okay, it is of the data type array list product. But we have forget something, which is var, and we are going here to add something like return list.size. So what the main function of the get item account? The get item count is used to return the number of rows you are going to display or to show in the recycler view. It is very simple, just return the size of the array list which are defined here. Now, what about the onCreate? In the onCreate, you should connect between the adapter and this file which is called myrow. So to make this connection, just define, okay, something like var v, okay, or let's say my underscore view, and this my view should be layout inflator dot from c is the context, dot inflate, and give it r dot layout dot the name of my layout, which is my row. This is the first parameter, and the second parameter, just use the variable parent here, okay, it is of that type view groups, okay, and also for attachment we are going to use false because we are not going to use it inside the fragment. Then the second thing, we are going to define or return this my view return. I think I call it my product. Yes, but it is capital letter my product, and inside my product I'm going to use my view. So what's the meaning of these two lines? At first, you should connect between your recycler view adapter with your layout. So where are we going to get the name, price, and photo, which is two text view and one image view? All these content is inside the myrow. So we have connected between our recycler view adapter with this line. Then we have returned my product with my view. The last thing, how can we get data inside the text view? We have a function called bind. So you should write something like holder. Holder is a parameter of type recycler view as my product dot bind. So from where we are going to get data for text view and image view? For the first text view, which is name, we're going to get it from list position to define the row index, okay, dot name, then comma, the same thing, list position dot price, and the last thing is list position dot photo. So here we are going to create or to bind all the data with our views. Now we have created this product adapter, and in the next video we are going to connect this product adapter with our activity. See you next video.